Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. We give double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS rule well. I'm talking to the elect, so this is a story. Not a story. This is well. So basically, my father, biological father, come to find out, this guy's high-level warlock. He has 3 brothers. These guys are warlocks. Turns out my mother, biological, witch, stepmother is a witch. Pretty much a whole family warlocks and witches. And I found out that my birth was special in a sense. But they used me. As a matter of fact, like my whole town pretty much fed off of me, off of my spirit. And they used my family as, yeah. So basically the entire town ate off of my spirit. We got a new school. Basically, so how do we eat off of my spirit? So let's say me and you are both 10 years old, right? And I'm better than you, and that's just how it normally is, and how it normally went with me and everybody else. In whatever the fuck, it didn't matter what I was doing, and I ain't trying to be arrogant, but that's just what it is. So today I'm better than you, and then next week you're better than me, and I forgot how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what was happening to me. And so what they would do, like, I never actually had like a stable home or anything. So like what they would do is like the ritual would be like confusion. So you get the pure seed, you get the light, right? And you defile it. You try to turn it into a homosexual. You try to fucking, the period blood thing. They did rituals on my feet, on my back, different things like that. Things I didn't know about, though. I mean, I was a little kid too, so I didn't know. So yeah, I didn't know. I kind of had a feeling though, because things did seem kind of weird, blah, blah, blah. But I was a little kid, so at the same time, I am a part of the light. So yeah, it kind of, I was a little kid though. But I do know, this is a little funny little tidbit for you guys. When I was like 4 or 5 years old, I remember vividly, I went in the kitchen and I grabbed a knife and I was about to end it. I don't know why. I was 4. Like, what the fuck am I trying to commit suicide for? I know why now. I know why my spirit did not want to go through this shit. Okay, so it's okay, right? It's okay. So basically, man, they ate off of me, kept me in a state of confusion my whole life. I mean, the whole town. So it's not like my family just disguised, up is down and down is left. No, it was like the whole town was like that. So anytime, what they would do is they would rouse me up to get my emotions roused up, and then neglect me. So then my emotions would be roused up, and I guess they harness the energy from that some way. Keep me sexually frustrated. I never actually had an actual real girlfriend or an actual real friend or an actual real person that was actually real. They're actually following me now. This is why the Heavenly Father took me off the highways and byways. I know that now. I 1000% know that now. I also had demons on me. My grandmother, who's a witch, she had a terrible knee, right? And for some reason, one day, I was at the park playing basketball, and I was beating this guy, doing my thing, and doing my thing. And after we got done, I was finna go home, and the guy said, "Hey man, you want to wrestle? I can beat you." I was like, "Man, I can beat you at anything," because this is how cocky I was. I was like 15. I was like, "I can beat you at anything. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I can wrestle you." Guy's like 22 years old, and so we're wrestling. And the way that the guy falls on me, though, it made no sense to me, because I was like, why would you even fall that way? Like, that makes no sense. These are questions I had back then. Like, damn, like, why would you, like, you bent my leg all the way, like, why would you? Anyway, took my basketball and all that, and my football and all the sports and stuff. I still tried, but I just never was the same leg wise. It just, but I still tried. It still fed off my energy, because I was still pretty good at what I did, but I was just never quite the same. But intellectually, I was there, right? They stole that too. I mean, there was a point in time I lost my imagination when I was about in the third grade. I remember vividly, because the way that I used to remember things is through pictures. So basically, math equations and things like that, I would remember it, but I would remember a picture, and then I specifically remember it not happening anymore. And I was like, I was like, why? I know this math problem, why don't I can't be, they was still in my siphon in my spirit. So anyway, so let's get up to the old guy now, me, the older guy. We went through the whole town doing that to you, whatever, blah, 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 acting like they don't know what you're talking about. I mean, everybody. The women keeping you sexually frustrated. The ones that you want, they spread rumors about you, and the ones you don't want, those are the ones that you're allowed to have, because, yeah. So basically, yeah. So basically, I remember when I got older, as I am now, I my uncle and my father, those are the main two. It's three of them, three guys, three brothers. They're all witches. I mean, warlocks anyway. All the women are witches. But the three men, who's my uncles and my father, what my father did, he didn't teach me any life skills in the sense of man life skills. I was pretty much just like, he would tell me, like, this is how he would siphon. He would like tell me, I'm gonna get you some new shoes, and knowing I'm wearing these raggedy ass shoes to school every single day because I'm supposed to be defiled. Anyway, so I'm gonna get you some new shoes and whoop de woo wop, and next week come, no new shoes. Next week come, no new shoes. And I just started to think like, oh damn, maybe we just ain't got it like that. Maybe we just ain't got it like that. And they would harvest that, and then they would go out and feast, and I would be left at the house with a watcher and noodles. Sometimes they leave me a little bit of money every now and again to get some pizza, but most of the time it was noodles and a watcher. Even though I was older at the time. So I guess the way I found it out basically is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua was, just going through my mind. It was probably about 9:40 or so or something like that. And honestly, man, I truly don't remember how he told me. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where it's just like, like here and there. It's like, bam, okay, that's that. And okay, wait a minute, that's that. That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's look this up. And then a video popped on. Yeah, that's what happened. A video came on. It was talking about, they saying, they sacrificed you, whoop de whoop, and not they sacrificed like that, but just a intellectual video, blah blah blah. So I did a little research. I hopped on Chat GPT. Chat GPT kind of lied to me a little bit. It's kind of telling me it's a fairy tale, witchcraft's a fairy tale, and all that. But the Lord actually opened up Chat GPT and allowed me to see that yes, this is what's been happening. What they've done is what they did was the first 4 years or 3 years, first 4 years or 3 years of my life, they gave me nothing but love. Like everybody in the town, everybody gave me nothing but love, nothing but love, nothing but love, nothing but love. Right? Like nothing I did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Like it didn't matter. I could yell in Walmart. I could run around. It didn't matter. Right? I'm not saying this is what I was doing. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm not saying this is what I was doing. But yeah, I mean, I could do no wrong. And then after my 4th or 5th birthday, they had a ritual. Well, actually, what happened was the ritual. The next ritual was after the love. I was with my mother for that, all the love and all that. Then they had a little ritual dance, and then my mother started to do the confusion and neglect. Okay, so she started to do the confusion and neglect, right? And then I didn't know what was going on. I was a little kid, so I'm like, what the fuck? I'm talking to my brother, and I had not actual brothers, but they're brothers through my mother, and a sister through my mother. So basically, they put it in my head. It was like, man, you should call your grandma or call your dad or something, And so, that's what I did. Kind of, I was like, damn, I was like, what's going on? What's going on, mom? Because I don't know. I'm a kid. And so I called my pops or whatever, and I'm thinking he's just gonna come by, say hey, just give me some words of encouragement, and go on about his way or whatever the fuck he gonna do. You know what I mean? So I ain't really tripping. But nah, this fool come and basically kidnap me. And so I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hold up, what's going on? So they kidnapped me, right? And they fussing and fighting, making a big scene. It's really nothing. This is really all a ritual. They're just making a big ass scene to confuse me, telling me to put my head down in the back seat, things like that. So I don't see what's going on, but I hear it, telling me these different stories and things like that, and whoop-de-whoop and wop-de-wop, like they don't get along and all this other shit. But they're witches and warlocks of the same covenant, so they definitely get along, right? But this is the confusion. But anyway, so I get there, and they do this ritual where the witch, my deceased bitch witch stepmother, she cooked a roast. It was a roast. Started cooking that motherfucker at like 5 o'clock, fool. It wasn't even dark outside, fool. I was outside playing. I came in tired. You hear me? Tired. It was, of course, this is all ritual. I came in tired, hungry as shit, smelling that roast. You hear me? I'm talking about a roast. You know what a roast is, bro? And that shit was it was all through the house. I was just so hungry, and they made me go to bed, They made me go to bed with no food, at 8 o'clock. Like, what the fuck, So, I'm like, fuck it. I'm hungry and shit, but I'm like, fuck it. So I go to sleep. I remember this specifically. I'm sleeping. Around, no, I'm not going to say that because I didn't see the clock until the first time I opened my eyes, but it was like I was having a dream, some type of dream, and it was like these doors opening, a whole bunch of doors. I'm running through these doors, It's nothing but doors. I'm like, fuck these doors. And but it was getting so exhausting in the dream that I was trying to wake up and I couldn't. I was trying. Like I was kind of up technically, but I just couldn't. It was a demon, homie. Basically, and this nigga has been with me forever. So fuck that nigga. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so the demon, he was holding me or whatever. And the funny thing, the first time I opened my eyes, when I first opened my eyes, I was like, Daddy? I was like, I didn't register it at the time, but it felt like somebody was pushing me on my chest. Like I was like going up and down, like pushing me on my chest. I was like, damn, is that my dad? Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you pushing me? Nah, wasn't nobody there. I woke up. I was, I wasn't too scared, but I was, scared. Woke up looking around, wasn't nobody there. I'm like, oh shit, okay. All right. Went back to sleep. Soon as I closed my eyes, back to the doors. Soon as I not back to sleep. Soon as I closed my eyes, back to the doors. That's how I know now that it was a ritual, because there's no fucking way. I mean, maybe that's happened once or twice, but not back to the same exact, right in the same, color of the door. You get what I'm saying? Right back to it. So, yeah, so that ritual happened. And then that was just a big one that I wanted to tell you brothers about. Okay, so how I found out. Here we are. We're at the crux. Context clues. So, like I said, here, there. Video comes on. The Lord says this. I go on ChatGPT, look it up, and it's word for word exactly what was happening to me. It wasn't like kinda. It wasn't like, well, maybe this could be. No, it was word for word. This is what was happening to you, young man. This is what was happening. Okay, there ain't no mistaking. Okay. And then I started putting it together through events that I remembered. And I was like, nigga, that is exactly right. That is what happened. I'm like, these niggas is witches and warlocks. Like, I grew up in hell when you look at it. But then I started really, really, really putting it together. And that's how I figured out it was the whole town. Because it wasn't just my father and my stepmother and my mother. Because my mother was still in my life, kinda, but she was still kind of eating off me. But she had failed. What had happened was, why they took me from her, because I actually don't know, so I'm not gonna say that. But I think she failed as a holder, or what do you call them? What do you call them? People that caretaker. I guess. Yeah, she failed. I think she failed as a caretaker. She was cool, but she was too loving. She was like, she was she was loving me too much for what was needed to be done for the future, right? So, yeah, so I mean, so yeah, man, basically I figured it out and it blew my fucking mind, The Lord still revealing it's in bits and pieces to me, because if he would have told me that, if he would have revealed the whole thing that night, the other night, I think it was about a week ago, he showed me, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, I broke my damn sink yesterday. Yeah, brothers, hey, it's a lot of wickedness out here. Understand that. It's a lot of wickedness out here for the young ones, for the ones that really don't get it or understand. My story, not story, my life is your example. Okay. My life is your example. One of the biggest examples you're going to find out here on the internet. Okay. Okay. Listen, brother, my town got a brand new school off of the torment of the saint. You hear me? Brand new stadium. You hear me? Soon as I graduated, they tore that school down and built the next one. Hey, y'all want to hear something even crazier, bro? So like I was saying, so so like I said, it was the whole town. It was the schools, it was the churches, it was everybody, bro. It was everybody. Okay. So anyway, so um, damn, what happened? Oh no. So what happened was these niggas. They so like every well, I didn't know because I don't know what's going on at the time. I'm just thinking it's me. Something's wrong with me. Nobody's telling me nothing. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's fucking with me. Even though I feel like I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, and technically I was. Shit, and nobody see it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't that nobody saw it. Everybody saw it. It's just that they were taking it from me. So I had a 36-inch vertical in the ninth grade. I had a 36-inch vertical, bro. It's 36, you know. And in the 10th grade, I had a 32. Like what? Like what happened with that? Like I know I was doing squats, and I know I've been working out. This is what I do. You know what I mean? So little stuff like that. That's what I mean. Um, this place is evil. We need to get the fuck out of here. Your mothers and your well, I mean, I ain't gonna your mothers and fathers don't don't listen to me. Oh, that's funny. But anyway, like I said, man, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your granddaughter, your whatever, cousins, they don't understand what's going on unless they were like my parents. they might, then they might understand what's going on. Oh shit! Hey, bro, this shit is crazy. Hey, brothers, we need to get the fuck out of here. Mm. We need to get the fuck out of here.